Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Throwing right away is Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Throwing on second down is Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll go play action here with Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 28. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Williams. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
To throw, it's Williams. Rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Bears defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today. but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Murray going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Returnable for Thomas. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Williams throw complete there to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll start with a run by Mason. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They'll run again with Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, open is Thomas. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Williams going to look to throw again. That is caught by a diving Thomas. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. And now they'll shift things around. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give them 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing is Williams. That's complete right around the 8. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To the air, Williams. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a bit.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On first down, here's Williams out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it that a receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he's got it down to the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now Murray off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Buying time to his left. This one brought in by Jefferson. He's got room past the 30, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Murray now. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air on 3rd down is Williams. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And returning it, here's Hamler. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 2nd down, here's Mason. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Murray looking to change the play here. Third down. Here's Mason. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other out.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Give him 18 on the play.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Mason on the draw. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now receiver in motion left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Dancing to his left. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, it would blow.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Williams going to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw on 3rd down, Williams. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Forced out to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time, the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Steps away to his left. A dump off for Mason. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And now off to the races down the right side.